Now, Kofi is in a very serious romantic relationship.
Mhm.
However, he has been in constant communication with another girl he met online to the extent that he and this online girl, even though haven't met in person, communicate details about their lives as if they were a couple. They can't even live a day without talking to each other and know each other's itinerary. Now, does this constitute flirting with this online girl?
Yeah, yeah, because you're already in a relationship,
Mhm.
right? Be it committed or not committed. I mean, you're in a relationship. So if you want to what? If you want to move a step further, why don't you, you know, cut ties with the one that you currently find yourself within a relationship and then move on to the next person? It is typically, flirting. And one would say that, I mean, there are no rules to this kind of relationship because once it is not once there is no marriage involved or probably it hasn't led to marriage, you can still open up. But for me, I think that once you find yourself with someone else, why don't you just stick with the person down to engage in a flirtatious practice or probably what
I'm trying to
lifestyle.
get you. You say once you.
Once you find yourself with someone else, I mean,
Mhm.
you already have someone in your life.
Okay.
So why then move a step further to another person?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
I think that I mean, the person that you find yourself with in a relationship.
Mhm.
I'm talking about the first person,
Mhm.
right? Are you not committed to the person? Are you getting my point? What is it? Why the second person?
Why that online
Exactly,
closeness?
exactly. So when I say this,
He's not told that like they've not said I love you
oh,
to
but
each
you see,
other.
sometimes action speaks louder than words. Once you having this kind of chat to the extent that you've even giving details of your life or your family or whatever it is to the person, then you should know that at least certainly. I mean, the girl will also have this kind of that kind of mindset that at least once the guy keeps texting me. I mean, we should. I mean, like I said, actions. You keep texting the person every
Mhm.
day. How are you? I mean, what's up? How was work? How was this? Then certainly you should know that you are
So
flirting and
it's flirting.
it's flirting and flirting. I mean, yes, it is in stages.
It's in
It is
stages.
stages. Certainly to lead to something else. You know what I mean?
Okay. How do you?
Mhm. Mm. So, as I said, I support what you said. It's flirting and it's in stages. So, as you begin it to move to something else, it normally starts harmless. Like you just meet the person online, maybe start a conversation. At times, you may not even mean that it will go that way. Yeah, yeah. And before you know it, once you start diving into such personal issues, you start discussing details about each other that necessarily you should actually have discussed with the person who you call um, your partner in a relationship. Then before you know it, it, as he said, it's in stages. So it moves from one stage to the other. It gets serious. So you might end up getting into something deeper than you imagined. So I think online flirting is indeed flirting, even though it will not involve physical acts as you'd do when there are actually two physical people involved. And maybe if you think of where, as you said, they speak every day. So when they don't speak, they'll miss speaking to each other. They'll be
Yes.
sharing things like that, or even end up sharing pictures. This is what I'm wearing to work. You see, it goes deeper, and by that, you end up disrespecting maybe the other person's boundaries, like what you are doing. If the other person did it and you were aware, would you be hurt? So once you be hurt, yeah, yeah, once you be
Yeah.
hurt, you're
Consider
hurting
that.
the relationship.
So with what you're saying, do you consider what Kofi is doing cheating?
Yes, so flirting is cheating. Flirting is
No
cheating.
two ways about
No,
it.
No
I
two
don't
ways
know.
about it. It starts like that. It
Can we,
starts in many instances. It starts with a flirt, and then it continues. So yes, it is cheating. As you've dedicated time to it and you're doing it continuously, yes, it becomes cheating.
It becomes cheating. So
Yes.
black. Do you consider it cheating as cheating?
I think the with this flirting, I think we need to look at it in context.
Okay.
I mean, if you are not in a relationship and you are flirting with someone, that one, I mean, it's okay. But if you're in a relationship and you are flirting, that one we can consider it as cheating.
Okay.
That's like,
So it's
yeah,
clearly
yeah. In my
cheating.
opinion, yeah, it's clearly cheating. Yeah,
So black.
clearly.
What if Kofi ends up telling his partner, his relation, the one he is in a relationship with, that okay, I have this online friend who is sort of like a best friend, or I've become. Does it really take away the negativity? He's told his partner, whether the partner likes it or not. Should Kofi feel comfortable in having that kind of online relationship with that lady?
Yeah, there is no need. And moreover, if you tell your partner,
Mm.
right? I mean, this kind of bestie thing, they are more or less like destructive agents as far as relationship is concerned.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you see, you should know the kind of partner that that you have or that you are with. Are you getting my point? So if you know that you're going to tell your partner and it will lead to the dissolution of the relationship, then it's better you stop flirting, right? Because if you tell the partner, well, you don't know what your partner will, you don't know the kind of mindset that your partner will have as when you finally want to reveal. So for me, I think one, you don't disclose some of these things. The best thing you can do is to quit the flirting, and then because this bestie, because just like having an online partner, if I may put in this content, it's just like a bestie. That's what that is how it usually starts. Harmless. By the time you realize it's become harmful. So I think yeah, so harmful. Well, I don't think that one, you have to disclose it to your partner. I mean, in your own right sense, you should know the kind of partner you are, because one, if you tell him, if you tell her, sorry, if you tell her, the trust will be gone, and then if you don't take time, there will be other repercussions. So you don't disclose it. Find a way to stop that,
Okay.
and then
So you don't disclose it.
you don't disclose it. You don't disclose
Adia,
it. Yeah.
you disclose it, and disclosing it mean you have the freedom to do it. I assume your partner doesn't really complain about it.
As in, you don't disclose the
Online
online partner.
But
partner to your main partner.
So
Assuming he tells his partner about her, the online partner.
if he does mention the online partner, then it may be, for me, I'll take it that it's at a point where it may not be harmful. But then if you tell me about it, then do I have the option to ask, like, which kind of friend? And in that kind of conversation, I would ask how you met or something like that. And if you can be honest enough, it shouldn't go far, or there might be something you might try to hide. If you try to hide something, then you're already on the way there.
Mm.
So the flirting or the cheating has already started. So if you'd have to mention it just because you are feeling bad, you still need to stop, because you might still be hiding something. Once you're hiding something, it doesn't matter whether you've told me or you've not told me, because I may not be able to ask all the questions. But you know best what you are doing. So if you don't intend to cheat, the best thing is to avoid such partners or such relationships online, and focus on the relationship. But if that's what you intend to do, well, then if your partner finds out and the person is hurt, the relationship is surely hurt. I guess the decisions may be made from there. But once you are not cheating, I think the best thing, it doesn't matter whether you disclose or not, you should just find a way to put an end to
To
it.
put an end to it. Someone asked the question on the same issue, that is it the intent behind the online flirting that matter, or the impact on the relationship, on your relationship? Is it your intent on the online flirting that matters, or the impact on the relationship? So if it doesn't have any impact on your relationship, meaning probably it doesn't matter. If it has an impact in the relationship, that's when it matters. Or is if you have a bad intent, that's when it matters. If you don't have a bad intent,
there is always an intention to every cause, right? And there is no smoke without fire, because once you started flirting with these flirtatious practices or situation that we are talking about, certainly there is an intention. You can't tell me that you are doing that for doing sake. It's not something that you just find it as a hobby. It's something that you really were targeted, you really planned, you really, I mean, more like you've thought well about it. That is what you really want to do. So you want to do it, and you've planned, and you are going about it. However, it also have an impact on the relationship, because probably what partner B will be giving you, or probably will be telling you, or will be exposing you to, partner A wouldn't be exposing you, and that is where you see the lapse, or that's where you begin to see the impact on the first relationship. Probably going down or downgrading, and then plan, and then the partner B will probably be exposing you to other things and probably taking your mind off partner A. So I think that all in all, it will have a ripple effect on the first relationship, and then let's through or as a result of the second relationship. So I think, to me, it's a no-go area.
No good. Haja, would you allow your partner to have a female best friend, whether online or not online? Would you feel comfortable with that?
Best friend.
Female best friend speaking
I
to.
have friends, but I don't know about the best.
Mm,
And um, how do I answer this question? I don't know what I would allow or not allow. Maybe I've not seen that kind of situation before. But what I do know is that if I happen to be with somebody, and I identify the people with whom the person interacts, and there's somebody who seems to be a little bit closer, I'd like to know more. Ordinarily I would think that that closeness, I should be part of it, because I am now the person you're in a relationship with, or a partner. So I'll think that once that closeness is there, I should know about it. So for starters, if you feel it's a close relationship where I don't come in, then that will begin to become a problem. It may not start as a problem, but it will surely become a problem, because by design, I'll think that I should be the person, I should be the bestie, I should be the best friend. So once that person comes in, I may not try to do anything, but the feeling will develop that I feel I'm being left out of something. So that's where you have to come clean as to what it is. And if it's not much, then of course the relationship will have some boundaries. So that friendship would have to not cross those boundaries. Where it is crossing those boundaries, it's up to you, it's your relationship to set it straight, because once it begins to disrespect our boundaries, then that relationship is either stopping or your friendship is stopping, so the relationship can continue. So that's it.
so, but there are times the person will come to you that, okay, well, this is it. This is the lady. We have nothing. Once a while we speak. Once a while the lady visits and all that. To the extent that you, as the partner, start seeing that kind of friendship as a normal friendship, because it looks as if there's really nothing to hide. When probably that is actually the picture being painted for you to see. You see everything really open. The moment you enter into a relationship, should you cut ties like deeply with most of your opposite sex friends, where you can just once in a while speak, but not any kind of constant communication, you get what I mean?
I think that there's one philosophy or principle of mine. I mean, my friends' works are not my friends.
Mm.
That's wives and girlfriends. They are not my friends. Apart from good morning, how are you? I'm done.
That's all.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. I mean, you can tag me whatever you want to tag me, but it is my principle. Because I mean, if we open up and go too far, you don't know what will happen.
Mm.
Right? I think that if I should see my partner entertaining a bestie, preferably male, in my house, you can't tell me. I mean, no matter what you do, whether you tell me the truth or whether you tell me that, oh, no, set boundaries, because I'm not a child for you to play with my mind. Yeah. Because I mean, I know the ripple effect of some of these things. Oh, that this is Sandra, or this is Peter. I mean, he's just a normal friend, and then you tell me more about Peter. Don't tell me anything about Peter. Don't go. It's a no-go area. Yeah. Because probably you don't know what you see. What happens is that they try to bamboozle you with revelations. So, oh, this is it, but you don't know what they are doing behind the scenes. Probably a lot that they are doing, but they just want to capture your mind. That okay,
Put your mind at ease.
Exactly.
So that you don't see anything that's
but you don't know that before you think I've thought. So I think to me, I mean, this thing shouldn't set boundaries. Set boundaries, and once you know that there's a person that you want to move the relationship a bit further, and possibly marry or whatever it is, then I think you must know your boundaries, because the bestie that you're talking about, probably you are not the only bestie that he has or she has. Probably he has about 5 besties. So what if you are conquered and then he moves on to the next person? Then what do you do? Then relationship gets damaged. So at the end of the day, it's a no-go area.
No-go area.
That is it.
Set your boundaries.
And also, we must be more logical than emotional when it comes to relationship issues, or when it comes to matters like this. Because if you are logical, that is where you become more reasonable. But if you are emotional, sometimes emotions come in whereby you want to accept anything for acceptance sake. But if you are logical, you subject a lot.
Is it on the part of the one having a bestie or the other partner? Who needs to be logical?
Both. As in, like, you the partner. So I'm talking about, as in, like, assuming my partner has a bestie. The two of us need to be logical and not being emotional. You subject some of your actions into what? Into critical analysis, so that at the end of the day, you know, we wouldn't get hit.
Idea.
Mm.
Do you agree with Sir Black?
Yeah, set boundaries. So the way he is saying it, as if I don't know if it's the ladies that are bamboozling him, but you know, either party can
Oh yeah,
bamboozle you.
anyone can get
So,
bamboozled.
but to add to that, you know, for the lady side, you can set the boundaries, it will work. But for the men's side, at times the boundaries will still not work.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
so in that aspect, what do you do?
But
You set the boundaries.
please clarify that. I'm trying to get the ladies' part to set the boundaries and it will work. What do you mean
Oh,
by that?
when you set the
If it's
boundaries
either
for
way,
your
some of the
partner,
ladies, with some of the ladies, I mean, it could still not work.
yeah, it may not work, but then you can say this is what I want. You know, if you cannot stay by that, you get somebody else. That makes sense.
As in the ladies.
But the lady may say this is what I like, but the man will still go ahead and do what he wants.
So are you saying that men can have their way and ladies can just have their say?
And generally, somehow it's like that.
She's speaking to an extent. To an extent, that could be true.
And
Because someone will tell you men are polygamous. And the
yes,
women are, to an extent.
Even
to an
if the
extent,
polygamy doesn't come, that's the nature.
that's the
isn't it?
reason. To an extent, I
Because
get
you set the rules generally. We submit. So even from the foundation, sanity.
So to an extent,
you and
the
the
man,
partner-
the male side has a better percentage than our
Ladies are
female.
going wayward.
Is that all?
These days, most of the ladies
even
are
though
going wayward.
yes,
These days
but
most
that
of
thing
like
still
going wayward,
exists.
yeah.
Yes.
More these days.
So if the man, because even the man at times, the man can generally just take your phone and check. You can't say anything, but you are
Really?
even advised.
the
Oh
la-
yes.
The ladies are fighting the
Recent
men
times.
now.
Oh
Recent
yes,
times.
but the man, the man can take your phone and there should be no problem. But if you pick the phone, there might be a problem, which you cannot question. Let's agree. Let's agree.
It's debatable.
So this man can be it's debatable though, but this man can still be having this online friends, even though the two of you agree that's a boundary that you shouldn't cross. So when it happens like that, I would say for females, that's not to say it doesn't happen to men, but females have a way of there's a way of not checking, but there's a way that you have some kind of it occurs to you that something is amiss. If something is amiss, then that is where that logical eye comes in. You have to put your eye down and watch. Don't go attacking everything, but watch. And I believe that ladies have this thing a little bit more than the males.
Mhm.
They can watch, they can see through things.
Yes, but
They may not have.
Why not observe and then speak instantly about it?
can I?
You may not be able to speak. You don't have my but you watch.
If you want to wait till probably God knows how long.
Yes, so
the damage
in
will
that
have been
moment
done.
that you are trying to watch to make sure you are looking out for things, make sure that you are trying to respect these boundaries yourself and keep him to it. That might be a wake up call that if you are doing something bad, please check yourself. Maybe the person might say something, you feel there's something that's hidden. You can just ask the question, is there anything you're hiding from me? This will prompt the person to know if the person
correct.
who started something that he
But you
didn't mean
see-
to be harmful, you check it.
You see,
Experiences
with,
count.
with what you are saying, someone could also make the comment that you see, a man can really keep about 10 partners
Anyway,
and will still come back home and still be the best husband.
I'm in a shop.
But usually, when a lady has a little bit of emotional disconnection from you,
It is glaring.
the house becomes a mess. Usually, I'm not saying it's all the time or even for the men, but there are exceptions, right? But when the moment the lady has an emotional connection to someone outside the marriage or outside the relationship, it shows instantly. The way she speaks, the way she acts sexually and everything, most of the time. The man can go out. You see, that's why so many men, quote unquote, not so many men, some men keep side chicks. Because he still comes home. He's the best father you can have. He's the best husband. He's there for you all the time. So a man can pass on for the woman to find out he has another family elsewhere. And it's a shock because he's the best husband there is. Do you get it? So if someone makes that argument, do you think that boundaries, the ladies should be more strict on their boundaries than men? So
Yeah, he said the boundaries clear.
clear.
Yeah, the boundaries must be clear.
Mhm.
I mean, right from the get go, the boundaries must be
So
clear.
like because we
Yeah, so
it shows we
yes,
our behavior changes, so we should keep the boundaries for ourselves
you should keep.
for your
It's a question
benefits.
I think that
for your own
for their
benefit.
boundaries, it should be
For your own
it
benefit.
should be well tightened.
So well tightened for your own benefit.
No, I want to
Because you see,
understand
the
your
thing is that-
question that you are saying that
because
we
I mean they are
I'm
because
saying
the men
someone
can
could come to an
emotionally
extent.
They are emotionally
So
loose, and
someone could ask that question to an extent. To an extent,
You
the
know-
men can do that and still come home intact.
you see,
But to a large extent, when the woman develops an emotional attachment
it goes
elsewhere,
haywire.
it goes haywire. So
so
if
what
the
you are
person
saying that
is,
we should keep the boundaries
so
so
the
that
question
we
is
don't get out of
so the
line.
question is I'm asking is that, so is it from that angle that women are usually encouraged to keep their boundaries more intact than the women, more than how men are being encouraged?
Please, no, it's not from that angle.
Okay, so what do you say to that?
It's not from that angle, because when you say just because when a woman falters in a relationship or she cheats or she gets attracted to somebody else, you can see it in her behavior and everything that she does at home. So she should be the one to actually stay away from that and have those boundaries. Even though it's right, yes, I don't
Not
take it as-
she. I'm just saying that to a large extent, women are encouraged to keep their boundaries more intact than men are being encouraged.
Yeah, women are encouraged because maybe we know that generally our makeup does not allow us to have multiple partners.
That's one.
That can harm. But that doesn't mean that we should make it a makeup. I don't even know if this thing is right. For the men, like give them room to have multiple
You are
partners.
not giving
Now, I
them.
don't
No.
know
You
if
are not
you
getting
go-
the question. I'm not saying you are giving the men room. I'm just saying that everyone needs to keep their boundaries.
The boundary
But
the one is keeping will affect the partner.
I'm coming. Everyone needs to keep their boundaries. You see, before something affects your partner, it affects you first.
Yes.
Before something affects your home, if you are emotionally detached, it affects you first. You start thinking first. You start acting out first. You start bringing the things first. So to have your peaceful mind is the peaceful mind of the home. You understand me? And I'm saying that to a large extent, a man can go out and still have the peaceful mind, come home and everything is okay. A woman can go out and come home and all she sees are faults within the home. Disconnections. And it starts affecting her and in turn starts affecting the home. So is that one reason why women are encouraged to keep their boundaries more intact than men are being encouraged? It's not as if
No.
men should go anywhere, but the encouragement is more on the women's side than the men's side. I'm just giving
No,
yes.
that's no reason why. I got it, and I feel it's. I just feel it's not just from that angle that women are asked to. See, as I said, women are emotional. Women are naturous. So maybe it hasn't gotten to marriage stage yet, but that kind of thinking still exists for you as a woman. So you are looking out that this relationship grows into something that is long lasting. But aside from that, you are also
So the deep relationship could be married or not married. I'm just speaking of deep relationship.
yes,
Got it
so you
somewhere.
are also not the kind of person who, as you said, you're not getting what you want, then you step out. The fact is that when you step out, you're likely to meet somebody else who is likely to, you're likely to appeal to that person, generally, in most cases. And that person might want to offer you something which may be more than you are getting. If you put it that way, I might accept. But basically, I feel the boundary should be for the relationship. Because whether the woman is acting up and you can see, that's a benefit to you. It helps you address the issue, and yes, it helps you address the issue and save the relationship earlier. So I think it's even best. But for the man that can do it, that you cannot tell.
No,
You
really.
cannot tell if it's happening. He rather should even hold the boundaries more, because there's no way I can force you to change what you're doing, but you have to respect the relationship and the boundaries of the relationship so that we can save that relationship. If not, at the end, by the time the woman realizes, as you said, she will just flare up, because at that point a lot of harm is done already. So yes, so we have our personal boundary, you have your own, but the relationship itself should have its boundaries, so that when you determine that yes, the relationship, this thing, even though I agree that you have faulted, I can forgive you, but unfortunately what you did hurt the relationship. And for that reason the relationship cannot hold. Maybe we can move on as friends, but unfortunately that relationship is broken. So the relationship itself should have its boundaries. That yes, and that helps the woman more, because that way you don't get hurt by law. You know
I
when
think
to get up.
we
you
need to
know when
conclude on
stay.
that. Yeah, I get you.